Good morning. Happy Saturday. I'm getting set up here. I got to go over to TikTok and get live there. Let me just set this up. Good morning. Let me know where you're coming in from. And TikTok, as usual, is acting strange. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Let me know when you get on. Drop me a comment where you're coming in from. Love to know why you're on social media. Hi, Sarah. If you're coming on, let me know where you're coming in from. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Love to know why you're on social media. Hi, Zach. Don't think or Diana. I'll call you Diana. Hi, Astro Girl. If you're jumping on, let me know where you're coming in from. Love to know why you're on social media. Good morning, Chosen. Sarah. Nick. Drop me a comment. I'd love to know where you're coming in from. I'd love to know why you're on social media. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Let me know where you're coming in from. Love to know why you're on social media. There's a couple of people you're coming on. There's really like no name. It just is, there's an initial and it says join. So I'm not sure if that's what's on your, this is on TikTok, if that's what's on your TikTok profile or that's your handle or what. Good morning, Erica. Good morning, Laura. Happy Saturday. If you're jumping on, good morning. Let me know where you're coming in from. I'd love to know why you're on social media. Hi, Dave. Hi. Looks like WW Dutch. Good morning, D Madison. I'm assuming these names that are popping up that's what the name is on your profile. I have my whole name on there because I'm I'm branding myself. Excuse me. I have a business. I've been working from home for over 14 years. Good morning, Glow. Happy Saturday. Drop me a comment. Let me know where you're coming in from. Hi, Christy. Would love to know why you're on social media. Hi, Johnny. Hi, Deborah. Where are you coming in from? Happy Saturday. If you have a question, if there's something I can help you with, if you somebody looking to work from home or you're working from home and you need some help, maybe there's something in particular trying to learn. I'd be happy to do a training if it's something I feel that I know enough about that I could or that I've actually done. Because I don't think you can train and teach on stuff that you don't know. Hi, looks like C Danielle at 12, and then there's somebody else that says user and a bunch of numbers. So I won't even try that one. Happy Saturday. Good morning. If you're coming in, let me know where you're coming in from. Would love to know why you're on social media. Good morning, Christy, Johnny, Brenda, Karen. Let me know where you're coming in from. Happy Saturday. Good morning to everybody. I have people following me from all over the world, and I think it's a little after 10 a.m. I live on the east coast of the United States, so say if you live in the UK, I think it's probably about maybe 6 p.m. over there now. Good morning, happy Saturday. Let me know where you're coming in from. Would love to know why you're on social media. Good morning, JD. Good morning, Rach. Good morning, AYWW. I don't know if that's your whole name or what do people call you. Good morning, Maxie. Good morning, Karen. Let me know where you're coming in from. Appreciate it if you guys would share this live out. I'd really appreciate it. Good morning, D. Lynn. Good morning. Looks like Brent. I'm going to say, assume that you guys are a couple, you're together. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Where are you coming in from? If you got any questions or you need help with some stuff, if I can answer it, I certainly will. Maybe I can't answer it. Maybe I need to send you to somebody else. Good morning, Sandra. Good morning, Nina. Let me know where you're coming in from. Excuse me. Happy Saturday. Good morning. Good morning. Looks like ice cream sweet. Ice cream sweet. Okay, well, I love ice cream too. Good morning, Nova Season. Happy Saturday. Where are you coming in from? Would love to know why you're on social media. If you please share this out to your friends or maybe on your own. If you're on TikTok, if you're on YouTube, we'd really appreciate that. If you got a question, drop it in the comments. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Anybody doing anything exciting this weekend? Good morning, Kale. Because I know we're. Good morning, Deanna. Good morning, Phoenix, Josie. Where are you coming in from? Love to know why you're on social media. Anybody doing anything exciting this weekend? Anybody had exciting plans for 4th of July? If you're just coming on, drop me a comment. Let me know where you're coming in from. Would love to know why you're on social media. Good morning, Gail. Happy Saturday. Good morning, Oscar. Good morning. I think it's DAM 668. What do people call you? Happy Saturday. Good morning. Good morning. There's people coming in from all over the world. Where do you live? Good morning, Laura. I live on outside the city of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, on the east coast of the United States. Where do you live? Good morning. Happy Saturday. Good morning. I think it's pro-life doula. I'm assuming you're a doula. And then that means you're a healthcare professional. If you work through COVID, kudos to you. Kudos to all the healthcare professionals that work through COVID because it had to be such a challenge. You can't practice medicine and stay 6 feet from somebody. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Where are you coming in from? Love to know why you're on social media. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. 81812 and a bunch of letters. And what do people call you? Because I don't think that could be your name. If you're jumping on, let me know where you're coming in from. Happy Saturday. I'd love to know why you're on social media. If you've got any questions, drop it in the comments. Good morning, William. If you have something specific you're trying to figure out, and it's something I know about, be glad to do a training on one of these. I am going to be doing these going live every day at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Good morning, Musamel. Good morning, Comp Queen. Where are you coming in from? We'd love to know why you're on social media. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Anybody doing anything exciting this weekend? If you got any questions that you need help with something, drop it in the comments. And whose image in your profile? I think it looks like Betty Boop. It's not a. It's an animation. It's not a real picture. Who is that? I don't see it in my feed, but I see it at the top on. This is on TikTok. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Anybody doing anything exciting this weekend? If you got a question, if there's something I can help you with, drop it in the comments. Or maybe there's something specific you're trying to figure out, and maybe I know, maybe I don't, or maybe I know somebody who does. Good morning, happy Saturday. Good morning, EBZBR12. Thanks for jumping on. Anybody doing anything exciting this weekend? I was before I got on this live, I was just doing another AI video. Videos created, I have to put some stuff and edit it on before I could post it. I'm posting 3 videos a day on TikTok, and then I'm taking those same videos and I'm posting them on my Instagram account. Good morning. Where are you coming in from? Would love to know why you're on social media. I'm all the way into AI. If you're not using AI, it's not going away. And I think some people may be afraid of it. I can tell you it's saving me a ton of time with creating content. The course I have, it's you got to go through the course. You have to learn it. It's not hard. Good morning, ASEEG, or EJ. What do people call you? Good morning, Gail Mentor. Happy Saturday. Anybody doing anything exciting? Good morning, Ash. What part of the world do you live in? Good morning, D. Francis. If you got a question, drop me a comment. You let me know where you're coming in from. I'd love to know where you're from. Love to know why you're on social media. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Good morning, Wendell. Thanks for jumping on. Where are you coming in from? Love to know why you're on social media. Got some people. Got my phone up on one side for TikTok, and then got my laptop up. I'm live streaming at both places on TikTok and YouTube. There's some really cool software. I was able to connect my accounts and do that. And I know when I first got online, you could live stream on YouTube. There was no TikTok. They had a thing called Google Hangouts, which isn't around anymore, but you could only live stream in one place. And now today, because the technology and with AI and all that's gotten so much better, I can live stream at 2 places. What's really cool about YouTube, when I'm finished this live, they will automatically go and just upload it to my YouTube channel. Good morning. What's up? Good morning, Samantha. Where are you coming in from? Would love to know why you're on social media. If you'd share this out to your own page or friends, I'd really appreciate it. Good morning, Matt. Good morning, Samantha. Good morning, Stephen. Where are you coming in from? Love to know why you're on social media. If you got a question, drop a question in the comments. Been working from home, making money from home for over 14 years. Good morning, Lydia. Good morning, Teresa. I haven't worked a full time job in over 9 years. The autonomy is great. I can do what I want when I want. Thanks for liking the live. If you can share this out, I'd really appreciate it. Teresa, you sent me something. Oh, you sent me a gift. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Out of all the places you're here. Looks like I have to figure this out. TikTok's telling me I got a flash goal. I'm not sure what that is. Anybody know what a flash goal is? TikTok's always um, adding new features. I got on TikTok in 2020, and while some of the things are the same in 2020 as they are now, they have made changes. And if you live in the United States, the whole thing with it being banned, and they need somebody from the US to come buy it. And President Trump keeps issuing these 90-day things. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, it looks like that, Teresa, that puts you at the top. If you go on the top, you can see it lists the top people. And since you just sent me the heart, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Where are you from? Hi, big Armith Suf. What do people call you? That can't be your name. If you're jumping on, good morning, happy Saturday, Oklahoma. Okay. Is it hot in Oklahoma? It's hot. I mean, I know tomorrow it's supposed to get into, we were in the 90s. We had a break yesterday, and then tomorrow it's supposed to get 90, 95 again. We've had a lot of storms. Good morning, Martin. Thanks for jumping on. Martin, where are you from? I think depending if you know anybody, that the whole thing in Texas with the kids, um, the camp, that's awful. They're still looking for people. Good morning, Cotton Candy. Um, oh, you want me to guess? Oh, well, we could be here. Thanks for the gift badge. We could be here for quite a while if I go Orlando, Florida. Okay, my parents lived in Florida for a long time. They lived in Cape Coral. I love Disney World. That was one of my favorite vacations. Well, I've been to Disney World and Disneyland. And actually, Disneyland in California turned 70, I think it was a day or two ago. Been to both of them. Haha. If you're jumping on, let me know where you're coming in from. Love to know why you're on social media. If you got a question, something I can help you with, drop in the comments. Maybe there's something specific you're trying to figure out. I'd be happy to do a training if it's something that I know about that I can teach on. I don't think you could teach or train on things you don't know. Oh, Disney. Do you work at Disney World? I wanted it when I was still working a job at one point. I thought that would be so much fun to work at Disney World. And just the couple times I've been to Disney World, Disneyland. But I guess that when you're different, if you are working there, it could be a great place to work. Good morning, Joy. Where are you coming in from? It could be different there to work for. Oh, you drove a bus for, is that 12 years? Looks like they're 12 years. Um, yeah, and I know that the place where you park your car, and then they have a thing that comes over like a tram or something similar to, I live near the Jersey Shore. Well, I shouldn't say, it's about an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes. Oh, a year and a half you worked there. You didn't like it? I heard, and I just heard that it was a good place to work. Good morning, Brands Unlimited. Where are you coming in from? Um, I heard, I heard it was a good place to work, but I don't know anybody personally that worked there to collaborate that. I mean, if it's fun, if it's as fun, and I can't say that it's as fun as it is when you're a guest there, working there, because you are working, so it may not be that fun. Good morning, ENG. What do people call you? Eng, is that, or Eng, or do you have another thing that people go call you by? If you're jumping on, let me know where you're coming in from. Good morning, Princess Tio. What do people call you? if you spend, and actually I don't have time to go scrolling on TikTok or Instagram. If you look at all the handles, the usernames that people have on their accounts, a lot of people, the community I am, like Joy has Joy Daily Pay. They're using, I do have a website, paydaily.com, but that's not what I put. Um, Thanks for the badge, Princess. That's not what my handle name is. My mentor taught me you always want to brand yourself, because I see people setting up like Facebook accounts, Instagram, TikTok, and they may use their first name, but they take the company that they're with and they use that as their last name. And you never want to do that. You always want to brand yourself. Um, and I think there's people on social media, you don't know how to optimize your profile. You want to optimize it so you're attracting people to you. They know what you're about, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to name a page, whether it's your personal, like on Facebook, your personal page or a fan page, and you don't want to name it the company name that you're with. You always want to brand yourself. People join people, not companies. If you're jumping on, let me know where you're coming in from. I'm live streaming here in two places, so I'm going back and forth between my phone and I have YouTube streaming on I have a MacBook Pro. Happy Saturday. Good morning. Why are you, love to know why you're on social media. I did have a guy tell me that he's just bored, so he decides to get on TikTok, which that's fine. I mean, I don't, I just don't want to stay around and hang out and scroll. Martin, I live about 45 minutes outside the city of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, on the East Coast. When I was still working a job, I took a regional train in there for a long time. The last job I had actually was past, well, Center City, and was commuting 2 to 3 hours a day, and I do not miss that. If I could get up there in an hour, but that depending on if I would leave like right at 6 a.m., but if I left even a few minutes later, there's much more traffic, depending on, if there's construction, an accident, weather. Um, yeah, I do not miss that. And I was starting to fall asleep, and I drove on. Yeah, the Schuylkill's another. I was on I-95 for most of that, and then the exit to get where it was a cancer center that I was working for. That just not regular um, morning rush hour, evening rush hour traffic. If there's construction, weather, an accident, or something else. Like there was a guy in front of me that had a truck one morning. I was in the middle lane on 95. He had a bunch of stuff in the back of the truck. Good morning, Dustin. The stuff must not have been tied down really well because something fell off the truck. It looked like a rock or a brick, and I had like a second to decide either run into the brick or if I went in the right lane, I'd get hit. It's cars are zooming by. It's like morning rush hour. So if I went to the left, I get hit. So I stayed in my lane, went into the whatever it was, a brick. It was a very hard, surface, concrete, stone. It wrecked the wheel. It wrecked my tire, and then I was stuck until I was trying to get. Well, I have Geico, and then PennDOT, which is somebody saw me. They came over. They pushed me and my car over because there was no way I was getting out of the car to the side. They put my donut on, which I realized that my donut was low on air. So, good morning, Miss Busy 40. There's the next exit. There was a Pep Boys, so I got off there. I needed a new tire. I needed a new wheel. They didn't have tires to match. They tell you always should get the same 4 tires. So I had to pick something else that they had because I needed a tire, I needed a new wheel. And after I was there, at this point, it was almost lunchtime. Then I had like another 20 minutes or whatever to get from there to get to my office. So by the time I got in, it was after 12. But I'm grateful that that's all it was, because if I went into any of the other lanes, I would have gotten hit. Then I would have been hitting somebody else and God knows who else. But the driving on that, you got to be alert all the time. Good morning, Nino. Is it Nino Dana? What do people call you? That can't be your name. Where are you coming in from? Love to know why you're on social media. If you got a question, something I can help you with, drop it in the comments. Yeah, I was sitting, and by the time, the minutes I was sitting there before PennDOT got, I was shaking because people are honking. People can be so impatient. How long did it take me? A long time. It was after doing, I didn't make a dime the first year I did this. I ran in the red, and after 5 years, I started making a little money. I'm talking like, 60-cent commissions, a buck. I think the biggest one I made was $20. And then in 6 years, I had my first four-figure day. In 7, I had my first five-figure month. And when I started, like, I didn't have anything. I went to Google. I searched make money online. I bought a website. It was a replicated website, which most network marketing companies, that's what they give you. And they don't convert. I didn't know that. You don't know what you don't know. They use that to sign people up. And the 3-page PDF, they were teaching you to set up pay-per-click ads. So I was doing that. I spent $3,000 in pay-per-click ads. I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't have a mentor. I didn't really have anybody to ask. I could send an email in. I could send an email in and somebody might answer, but you didn't have anybody to look at anything, anybody to ask. So after I did that for a year, I ended up on Facebook, and saw an ad for 100% commissions, which I joined that company, and that company's not around anymore. I've been involved with over 16 companies that are out of business. The last one, the company's still there, but they terminated all their affiliates. I was an affiliate for over 10 years. I have a couple of my own products that was hosting them on that. And my products are related to TikTok, how I got over 250,000 followers with no paid ads. I couldn't use it anymore. So I have the content, and then with all the stuff coming up now about TikTok being banned, I didn't do anything with it because there's other places. I was paying for it, and if they were eliminating my mentor said to me, she goes, "Well, you can't make any money with it." So I got all the stuff off of that I wanted. I had funnels and stuff, and I haven't done anything with my products because we still don't know what's going to happen with TikTok. And I don't know if there's a limit to how many of these 90-day things President Trump can keep issuing to keep at least TikTok going for people in the United States. If you notice, when you log on your account, they're paying people now. They're giving you a link to invite people to join TikTok, and they'll pay you. Yeah, it is, Martin. And I thought maybe at one point President Trump might try to talk like Elon Musk into buying it. But I know they had some differences, and actually you don't really hear him talking about Elon Musk. I know Elon left for a while. I'm not really sure what's up now, but I don't know, he probably doesn't have any interest in it. And then I heard some rumors, Mr. Beast, if you know who he is or you don't, he's made millions on YouTube in a short period of time. Maybe he might buy it. They need somebody to come buy it because I don't know, somebody may come back, one of the judges or somebody, and saying to President Trump, you can't keep issuing. And I understand their concern about security and all that, but in the United States, there's billions of people using TikTok, and they're not all, I'm using it for business, but some of the videos I see that come through my news feed, there's a woman, she was a victim of domestic violence. Her husband actually poured chemicals in her eyes, and her video popped up, and I was looking, I couldn't, couldn't figure out what was going on with her eyes. And that was actually, she had 70,000 followers, and she put 1 or 2 videos up. Um, I didn't. Actually, Martin, I didn't know that China approved it, and then Trump started doing the tariffs. Yeah, that's not helping anything. I mean, TikTok's gotten. I mean, there's been some other people trying to make other sites to saying, "Oh, this is going to replace TikTok." Like Lemon was one of them. And actually, I did set up an account on Lemon. Um, yeah, now with the tariffs, I don't. I well, whatever's going to happen with that. Because new people, I'm telling them if they want to get, I do think TikTok is the easiest platform. I think it's totally different than YouTube. I mean, YouTube's a search engine. You have to, good morning, Lisa, good morning, Karen. You have to learn you have to learn search engine optimization. And if you're not, like when I try to do a YouTube video, I try to find a keyword I think I can rank it for, because if no one's seeing it, it's useless. But TikTok, I do. I mean, I've seen people in this industry that have never gotten any results, get on TikTok and get leads and sales. I mean, Martin, how long have you been doing this? And have you had any success? I do know somebody, and her story is very inspirational. She was in this industry. She made $20 in 18 years, and she was 17 at that time. Um, and now today she posted, not fairly recently, she bought a custom house, paid for it in cash. She bought a brand new Mercedes, paid for it in cash. Put that, I mean, she had the house and the car in the driveway, and she was saying she's going to be able to put her kids through college. Well, I mean, I think a lot of people, you say 18 months, zero success. A lot of people, I mean, for me, it's pain that's pushed me. I was literally at one point cutting mold out of food. I'm pissed off all my family and friends. I couldn't find another job, and I'm grateful I'm not in that situation anymore. Now I'm dealing with two cancer diagnoses. So for me, I had to make this work. No is not an answer. Quitting, and I think I mean, there's people out there, and I've paid people to coach me. They're teaching things that just don't easily duplicate. The one thing I really like about legacy, the blueprint's simple. I mean, if you don't keep things simple with people, you're going to lose them. And like a guy I met at the first event I ever went to, he's ranked hundreds of blogs on Google. I don't think that easily duplicates. I Somebody else I know that I've known her for a really long time. She's highly skilled at copywriting, email marketing. She can sit down, spend 15 to 20 minutes um, writing an email, and I've seen her make $15,000 in a single day. And it's skill, it's mindset and skill set. You have to master both. And the mindset stuff, if you're not working on that, and a friend of mine shared with me, God, I was about 7 years. I started listening to it. It's called The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale. You can search on YouTube and find the video. The video is about 20 to 30 minutes long. And I'd start listening to that. I pull it up on my phone when I was fixing dinner, or you do it when you're cleaning or laundry or whatever, or in your car. And that one, the first time I heard it, was pretty profound. But you got to be. They do say you're the sum of the five people you spend the most with. If you're with five broke, you may have heard this. If you're with five broke people, you'll be the sixth. Um, but I mean, this business is simple, but it's not easy. It's simple and easy are not the same thing. And good morning, Rusty. The most people I talk to, they're not consistent. I mean, if you're using social media in any way and you're trying to build an audience, you got to show up every day. And when I say every day, 7 days a week, because you'll never get anyone to follow you. They'll go find someone who does show up every single day. And actually, the consistency is never really been a problem for me because it's pain pushing me. Um, and my pain has changed over time. So all I got to do is start thinking about when I don't, and you will, I'll guarantee you, if you take this seriously, you're going to have days you don't feel like working. You have to have something that's pushing you enough, that's so painful to you, that's going to push you to work when you don't feel like it. Um, and most people, good morning, Renee. Most people, I mean, how many people I meet, they want to get out of they hate their jobs. And I actually have yet to see anybody that's why, because they want to get out of a job. That's why they're doing this breakthrough. Good morning, love. Good morning, user 405, and I won't say the rest. And most people I talk to, they so that the consistency, like if you don't fix that, it they'll go find somebody else who is consistent. Good morning, Shelley. People want to know you're going to show up. I've had people that at some other point they message me, or some of them I met at a live event saying, I've been watching your videos on for the last whatever, and like I don't know who they are. But consistency, that's one of the biggest things I see people struggle with. And if you don't fix that, I mean, and this isn't a 9 to 5 job where you get nights, weekends, and holidays off. Good morning, Charlie. And the blueprint, you can get it down. I mean, there's still a ton of work you're going to have to put in, but you can get this down to a few hours a day. And you can't do it without, and I spent a whole year without a mentor. You can't do it without a mentor. And you got to get trained. And a lot of people too, they get stuck in what I call learning mode, that they're getting on Zooms. They're spending, all they're doing is getting on Zooms and watching training videos. And yeah, you got to get trained. But if you're not implementing anything, I mean, like the AI course I got it at the beginning of June. I wanted to start getting some videos up, but there's stuff I had to go through first to learn it. And now I just got gifted another AI course that for now, I don't think because the person that did that course, she's introducing some other things. That's you. What? You're not consistent, Martin? Yeah, the consistency and the learning mode. I think the consistency is more. I'd say that's one, and learning mode would probably be two. And most people, truthfully, they don't do anything. Good morning, Tina. Output. I mean, yeah, I did, before TikTok, I did a video every day on YouTube for 7 years, actually. I got a course, I went through the course, and I'm still using YouTube. And because of the technology now, that's what's given me the ability. I'm live streaming here on TikTok, and then YouTube, I'm well aware you're here, going back and forth between the two of them. So, yeah, and the technology has really, with social media, and then now with AI, really, and this year especially. Good morning, Ripon. Good morning, Six Figure MI7. What do the people call you? Hi, Mickey. So, yeah, you have to. It does take time. I mean, the people I was mentioning about the email and the SEO, and then I know one person, and I saw him make $100,000 in a day, and then I saw somebody else, he made over $100,000 in a single day. They're highly skilled. I mean, you do, the people you see making money, they're coachable, they're consistent, they show up, they put the work in. People say it's that you're lucky. It's not luck. So, it comes back, why are you doing this, Martin? I mean, it's, and some people say you have to have a why that makes you cry. Well, my why has made me cry quite a bit. And I was, struggling to keep the lights on, cutting mold out of food. I mean, I was that broke, struggling to keep $1 in my bank account. And being broke like that, it sucks. I know it's like, that's what broke people do. Good morning, Aviation Impact. And you're not going to, if you're not, and some people, they try it for like a month and they'll say, I'm not making any money. And in our group just recently, well, yeah, you basically can decide how much money you want to make. There was somebody in our group recently, she had been in 8 months and she got her first sale. I mean, kudos to her. She kept showing up. She didn't quit. And the person, her name's Lisa, was sharing with you that she made $20 in 18 years. And that $20 actually came, she was with a network marketing company, from a friend that bought something because she felt sorry. And she had a lot that was going on, but she didn't quit. And if you don't quit, I mean, and it shouldn't take, I don't think it should take as long as me or like what happened with her, because there's things today that I just didn't have. Whoever you're inviting, you cannot come on. I don't know you. Hi, Daniel. So, yeah, and whoever, DK, Solo, no. And who else is on here? Daniel. And then Facebook, no, not Facebook. TikTok just told me the community they flag comments that when I get off this, I'm going to filter. Somebody actually left some nasty comments. Good morning, Garnet. Actually, it's good to know that TikTok is filtering it because there's so many of the comments people come and leave on people's content. Tell you, if there's $1 million idea. Somebody come up with something, people can attach to the social media accounts that somebody leaves something negative, it's foul, or they're posting links on your comment. Like I get people DMing me with links. Yeah, and actually, Martin, one thing I've learned, there's people do things on social media they never do in person. Like the whole thing with Facebook blocking people. I don't think Mark Zuckerberg put that in there. So, like, if somebody does something you don't like, you go and block them. Yeah, and the thing is, if you use it correctly, but there's so many people, and actually, after I started having some success, I started getting some nasty comments, and a mentor of mine said, "Well, that's good because people are finding you, but there's some really angry people out there." Good morning, G Guy 066. What do people call you? Um, yeah, and if you use social media correctly, you can turn one of your social media profiles basically into an ATM. If you're willing to put the work on, you're getting good training. And today, if I started today, I'd have. Yes, yeah, it does. If you're using social media and you're putting yourself out there, and people will find you and then they leave you. I had a guy that messaged me on Instagram. Don't know who he is. Never talked to him before. Asking me to give him $100,000 so he could buy a truck and start a business. Good morning, Kelly. I had somebody else, a kid, he found one of my YouTube videos, and he starts messaging me on Facebook saying, wanting me to adopt him, bring him to the United States, and put him through college. So, and I have no clue who he is. He found one of my videos. Yeah, how you can message someone you've never talked to and ask them for that kind of money, or what the kid was asking me for was like, and then it's not even a small little thing. And actually, there are some people I've given money, but they never asked me. Yeah, TikTok is leaving me another message. They're filtering stuff. Well, TikTok, I don't know that or if that's new, but does come with the territory. And I know there's some ugly things that I've seen people do. Good morning, Gina, file US4. What do people call you? That kind of stuff does happen, unfortunately, if you're putting yourself out there. And I don't think people realize the amount of work, the people that are creating content and putting content every day on social media, how much work it is. Good morning, Elaine. And just to go, I know there's a couple dog breeders I follow, and they were telling me now when they usually post pictures of the puppies, they have to put their watermark or something on it because people are stealing all their stuff. It does happen. Good morning, Ronnie. Good morning, Jennifer. If you're just jumping on, tell me where you're coming in from. Would love to know why you're on social media. Drop me a comment. If you've got a question or something I can help you with, drop me a comment if I can answer it. If there's something specific, somebody you're having an issue with that you need help, I'd be glad on one of these. I am going to be doing these every day at 10 a.m. I would be happy to do a training if it's something I know that I've done that I can train and teach on. Good morning, Nancy. Good morning, Ish First Tribe. What do people call you? If you like this and share it out, I'd really appreciate it. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Where's everybody coming in from? In First Tribe, I would have to assume, I don't know, that's a group you're involved with. Good morning, Monet. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Anybody doing anything exciting this weekend? I'll be watching My Philadelphia Phillies play tonight. They're in first place, and my Kyle Schwarber, who I love, he hit 3 home runs at the All-Star game and got MVP. And the Phillies still have not offered him a contract. They tried to get one on the off season and didn't do it. Good morning, Mr. Jensen, 67. What do people call you? Where's everybody coming in from? Why are you on social media? I'd love to know. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you're coming into. And YouTube, I'm still here with all you two. Just going back and forth between I'm looking at 2 screens. If you got a comment, let me know where you're coming in from. Thanks, Martin. Thanks for coming. I appreciate you jumping on. If there's something I can help you with, let me know. I mean, are you doing, in terms of using the internet online, are you doing anything specifically right now? Good morning, me. What do people call you? If you're jumping on, let me know where you're coming in from. Love to know why you're on social media. I mean, in this industry, Martin, it can completely change your life. I mean, I've had days where I've made more money in a day than I made in a whole month still working a job. And there's a couple of people I shared with you that each of them made $100,000 or more in a single day. Good morning, Opie's World. Where are you coming in from? And that's you working on a skill. I mean, when new people join and they're wondering how long it's going to take them to make money or get in profit, if they can follow instructions, it's totally possible they could make money in their first week or whatever. But the reality is, if they don't have an email list, if they don't have a social media following, it's going to be pretty hard. Good morning, Eric. That's where the amount of time takes, and this isn't a job. I mean, you work a job, you work 40 hours, you get paid. You work 40 hours, you get paid. This, you work, you don't get paid. You work, you don't get paid. Because basically, the first 5 years I did this, I made a little bit of money. The first year I didn't make anything. You got to be willing um, to show up every day and put in the work. There's nothing, there's plenty of things out there that you can get set up and have an automated. Like when I joined Legacy, I paid, it was like $150. I set up my capture page, my funnel, all the emails. I use ManyChat on Instagram. So actually, I did that myself, but I don't have to respond when people comment. ManyChat does it for me. Good morning, Tam Tam. Where are you coming in from? Good morning, Gator. I don't, because it's automated. And if you can, the more I can automate, the more I can leverage. Like this, I can't use AI. Well, if they come out with something like that, but I mean, this is really me. And the content I've been making for like now it's a little over a month, it's all AI because I really would encourage people, you want to learn how to use AI. Good morning, yo, what do people call you? Drop me a comment. Let me know where you're coming in from. Why are you on social media? Thank you for everybody that's left a like, or I know some of you have given me, there's one person on here, I don't know if she's still on here, she gave me a gift. Thank you very much. Good morning, Lulu, Shu, where are you coming in from? Drop me a comment. If you have a question, drop it in the comments. If I can answer or something you need help with, I'd be glad to try to help you. Or if I can um, see if I can find someone that I know who could help you. Good morning. Happy Saturday. How's everybody on YouTube over here? Drop me a comment. Let me know where you're from. If you got questions, why are you on YouTube for my YouTube, whatever here? And why are you on TikTok? And I did have somebody tell me he was just bored, that's totally fine. If you're just bored and you decide that you want to jump on social media. Good morning, Judy. Where are you coming in from? Would love to know why you're on social media. The thing I really like about this software is when I stop this live, YouTube automatically just takes the live and uploads it to my YouTube channel, so I don't have to do anything else. Good morning. Imagine JJ. What do people call you? Why are you on social media? Where are you from? Good morning. One of the questions I get from quite a few people is they don't want to show their face on camera, and there is faceless marketing that's been around for a while. But now with AI, you don't have to show your face. In fact, I did a couple of videos this morning before I got on here. I mean, I'm just taking the course shows you how to take an image. You can find an image you like on Pinterest, and then take that image, put yourself in it, and then you can take that image and turn it into a video. Good morning, Ren. Where are you coming in from? Um, and I mean, once you get that together, it takes about 5 or 6 minutes for the software to generate the actual video. But it's super easy. Good morning, Trana Pass. What do people call you? Or is it Trana? Or am I completely um, bungling or botching your pronunciation? Good morning. Where are you coming in from? Why are you on social media? Good morning. Happy Saturday. Good morning, Casper. Where are you coming in from? Thank you. Okay. I don't like to, you know, butcher, I should say, somebody's name, but that I like that. It's different. What part of Texas? You're not near where the the floods are and all that. My twin sister lives near Houston. Just engaging. Okay. Um, it's horrible what's happened there, and they're still. I think. Thanks for the gift badge, Detrana. The It's horrible. I mean, they're going to be probably looking for people for I don't know at least a couple months. Good morning, Beyond Words. Where are you coming in from? Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, TikTok. Wherever platform you're coming to me from, it's all good. I'm on both platforms. We'll be doing these every day, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Good morning, Bill. Where are you coming in from? If you do have a question, or you're trying to make money from home, or you want to make money from home, if you're trying and you're not having success, and if there's something I can help you with, or you're looking for ways to make money from home, um, and especially since COVID. I know there's a lot of people working. Good morning, Paula, for work from home jobs. I can tell you they're very hard to get. Um, Before COVID, Amazon, and I haven't looked in a long time, Amazon would have at least 100 jobs. Most of them were customer service. And now, the last time I looked, it's been a while, there were like hardly any because of COVID. And now everybody wants to be home. I can drive by an office complex and there's like no cars in the parking lot. Good morning. Where are you coming in from? Would love to know why you're on social media. Good morning, Donna. Where are you coming from? Happy Saturday. Anybody doing anything exciting this weekend? Everybody have a good 4th. Anybody do anything exciting for the 4th of July? Good morning, Donna. Where are you coming in from? Happy Saturday. Good morning, Harold. Where are you coming in from? Would love to know why you're on social media. Good morning, Julie. Where are you coming in from? Love to know why you're on social media. Good morning. Happy Saturday. We're actually almost halfway. It's probably about maybe 6 weeks left, 7 weeks left of summer. This year's going by fast. We're now in the third quarter. My mom always said that the older you get, the faster time goes by. And boy, was she right about that. Good morning, Kai. I'm not even going to try that, but good morning. Where are you coming in from? Well, we're at up our hours up here, so I'm going to go. I will be here again tomorrow. I'm doing this every day at 10 a.m. Eastern. If you need some help, you have questions, or you just want to hang out,